Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today's lesson is about finding second order derivatives. When you have y expression, you do the process of finding differentiation, which is bring power down, power minus 1, you get dy by dx. And then when you do for the second time, you bring power down, power minus 1, you will get d2y dx squared. So the way to pronounce this is to say d2y dx squared. Similarly, when you have fx, the function of x, and then you do the process of finding dy by dx, you will get f prime x. And then when you do for the second time, you will have f double prime x. So the way to pronounce this, f double prime x. So for today's lesson, we're going to discuss how to find the second order derivative, but it's very similar to what we learned in first derivative. Now look at the first example when you have y equals to 7x squared minus 2x cubed plus 5x plus 9. When you do the process of finding first derivative, you will write dy by dx. So do you remember the process of finding dy by dx? So power bring down, so you have to bring 2 down, so 7 times 2. And then power minus 1, you will give you 1. And then similarly to this term, you have 2x cubed, you bring 3 down, so 2 times 3. And then x to the power of 3 minus 2 gives you 3 minus 1 gives you 2, obviously. And then plus 1 is there, so 5, you bring power down, 1 bring down, and then power minus 1 gives you 0. The differentiation of any number will give you 0, so you don't have to write anything. We simplify first. You'll have 14x minus 6x squared, and then plus 5. Because x power 0 will be 1, and then okay, this is the first derivative, which is dy by dx. When you do second time of finding bring power down, power minus 1, you will write d2y dx squared. So this is the second order derivative. So we do the second time, so bring power down, 14 times 1 x power 0. And then similarly here you have 6, bring 2 down, so you have 6 times 2, and then x power 1. Differentiate 5 will give you 0, so the final answer will be 14 minus 12x. Be careful when you find dy by dx here, you do not write d2y dx squared here yet, because we just simplify this term. And then once you have simplified, then you find d2y dx squared. Okay, this is second example where you have y equals to bracket x squared minus 5 squared. Before you do the process of finding dy by dx, you have to remove the power first. So it's still y, so we're gonna expand this bracket using shortcut. First you square the first term. When you square x power 2, you will get x power 4, because x squared times x squared will give you x power 4. The second term, when you times everything, so 2 times 5 gives you 10, times negative 10 times x squared will give you negative 10x squared. So this is shortcut method. And then lastly, you square the last term, which is negative 5 squared will give you positive 25. Now there is no brackets, so we're going to proceed with dy by dx. So dy by dx will be, you bring power down, power minus 1, so 4x to the power of 3. Bring power down, power minus 1, you have negative 20, 10 times 2, and then x, because 2 minus 1 gives you x, and then this is differentiate 25 gives you 0, don't write anything. And then you find d2y dx squared. You bring power down, so you have 4 times 3, 12. And then x 3 minus 1 gives you 2. Differentiate negative 20x will give you negative 20. So this is the final answer to find d2y dx squared. Lastly, this is the last example where you have fx equals to 4 over 3x minus 5 squared. Before you find dy by dx, you have to bring this bracket up. So we write equals to 4. You bring 3x minus 5 up, so you would have 3x minus 5 to the power of negative 2. Okay, now you find the first derivative, you have to write f prime x. This is the first derivative. Power bring down, so 4 times negative 2. And then power minus 1, so 3x minus 5 to the power of negative 2 minus 1 gives you negative 3. And then don't forget to differentiate in the bracket. So just focus 3x minus 5. When you differentiate, 3x gives you 3, so you have to times 3 at the end. So this is very important. You simplify first. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, times 3 negative 24. 3x minus 5 to the power of negative 3. So now we're going to find the second derivative, so you have to write f double prime x. equals to. So you bring power down, so negative 24 times negative 3. And then power minus 1, so you have 3x minus 5. Negative 3 minus 1 gives you negative 4. And then differentiate in the bracket will give you, focus only in the bracket, so differentiate 3x minus 5 will give you 3. You have 2 times at the end. And then you just multiply the numbers that you have there. So it will give you 216. If you multiply 24 times 3 times 2, will give you 216. And then 3x minus 5 to the power of negative 4. And then you can bring this power negative down again, so you have 216 above. The whole thing over 3x minus 5 to the power of 4. So this is the final answer. So again, you bring power up to becomes negative, and then you find the first derivative, and then you find the second derivative. I'm going to give you exercise in the description below. Please have a look at it and then try to do, because I'm not giving a lot exercise for this subtopic. So I'm going to see you in the class very soon. So goodbye.